those of us who know Joy know that she was a quiet person. So I think she will not mind if I invite us all to spend just a few seconds quietly. And as you do this, I'd like you to look at this chair. This is Joy's chair. She used it when she was painting, and she used it when she was writing. This was her chair. And that, of course, is her cane. And if you look across that wall, you will see 12 versions of that same chair, that cane, and that cushion. 12? There were really 30. When she held an exhibit, it was entitled, "My Chair 30 Times." We are privileged to have 12 of them here, and we have the real thing here. Why do I bring this up? Because if you think about it, you think, gee, the same chair 30 times? Didn't she get tired? I mean, what's the point? Is that the only thing she could paint? But you see, that was Joy. The untrained eye will say, "Para-pareho naman yan." I mean, it just changes a little here, a little angle here, but it's the same chair. That's the untrained eye. But the trained eye of Joy Dayrit, both as visual artist and as writer, knew every single stroke, every punctuation mark, every placement of a word is important. It is critical in producing the whole. I know that because I was her teacher in graduate school, and I was her mentor for the thesis. And for a long time afterwards, she would come to me and show me draft after draft after draft after draft. So in fact I said, "Joy, this is the same one you submitted." No. Read it again. I made one small change. I hope you notice. So of course I would read it line by line. And then I'd say, you omitted the adjective. Yes. It would not have meant anything much to other people. Just, remove one adjective. But no. You see, the same way she painstakingly painted the same chair 30 times, she took the same story and wrote it 30 times. Not that anyone would really notice. She wasn't even sure that I would notice. But the thing is, that was the type of person she was. And, as I have occasion to explain in the book, for some reason she felt uncomfortable about, she'd say to me, "Oh, Edna, I haven't written anything." Nothing? Nothing. But I've been painting. I said, "Hey, painting, that's great." And then sometimes she'd say, "That painting I was working on, I stopped." "So, what are you doing now?" "I'm writing." And for so long as she could vacillate between the two, but she felt uneasy. In that particular statement, taken from her diary, she confesses that she always felt as if there was a tug of war between the writer on the one hand and the painter painter on the other. But at the end, and this was a late entry in her diary, she said, "It's a breakthrough. Now I know that they are one and the same." And that is why when we decided to launch this book, I said, no. Not just the texts. We would be ignoring the other side of Joy if we did not represent her whole and entire. And that meant that the visual artist must find its place in the book. And so we went to her family and we explained the concept. And they readily said, yes, we will gather her artwork. And we said, of course, we need to be very selective about which ones. Joy had written many stories. I purposely chose only 24 of the ones that I believe she would want future generations to read, and these same stories would be what she would want for us to be remembered by. I felt that we should observe the same criteria in selecting the artwork. And fortunately, she had a friend who helped narrow down the choices to the 4 that you will find in this book. And also the various artworks that you find around here. Now, I cannot close my remarks without paying tribute to the Dayrit family. Why do I say that? I would ask you to applaud louder later. Let me explain why. This is not just a perfunctory, I'd like to thank the family. No. You know, I co-founded the Ateneo Library of Women's Writing 17 years ago. And during that time, we have observed a mandate for us to procure, to preserve, and to promote the works of women, Filipino women, in different disciplines. I have stories that can make you laugh and stories that will make you weep. And one of the stories that really got me to almost weep was she was, I think, 92 years old at the time. I wonder if you know her, Loreto Paras Sulit. She was one of the first generation writers. And I came to interview her in her old age. And I said, Mrs. Sulit, are there any of your writings or clippings that you could donate to us so we could put them in your document box? And she said, marami, many. Oh, I said, that's wonderful. But she says, you know, pumunta lang ako sa Canada sandali nung budget ko. My daughter-in-law threw away all of them. 4 kilo niya pinagbili. And I said, oh. But this is not the case apparently with the Dayrit family. The Dayrits, all 1, 2, 3 generations of you, always gave Joy the support of your interest. And part of that interest was shown by the way you collected her artwork, any little bits of scraps of paper, clippings that she had. And you know, Joy was very systematic, which is why she may just very well have envisioned today. So if you look at the exhibits here, you see how carefully she annotated, dated, almost as if she knew that one day, on the 16th of May in the year 2012, her family and friends would come. And she would finally, modesty aside, show her, this is me. This is me. Allow me to end with one quote. It's too good to resist. The famous Filipino writer Karima Polotang said to Julie Lush, she said, you know, when Joy walks into a room, the whole place lights up. Thank you for being here.